Okay, go.
Hey everyone, welcome back to On Our Minds. This is episode something in the 30s. I think we're nearing 40, aren't we?
35.
Yeah, so we're
We're getting close.
creeping. Yeah, we're creeping towards the end, guys. It's crazy.
We have about like 7 to 8
Um,
more episodes actually, so we're
yeah,
getting too close now.
it's alright though. It's alright. What's it called?
I'm chill with it.
Yeah, Loki, get past AP season, and that's when you could really take a step back and just enjoy.
How are we oh
No.
god, how are we gonna do next week's podcast?
Why? Oh, why? What's the problem?
Because like isn't calculus on Monday, so it's literally like the next day if we do it on Sunday.
We just do on Saturday then. Who cares?
Okay.
Or actually, I
Wouldn't
might
it be
be
better
busy
to do
next
it?
weekend. I might be busy next weekend because my uncle's over, like from India.
Okay, then I
So
might have to do it
we could,
myself.
no, not that. We could just probably do it on Friday evening or some shit like that.
Okay. Like how we were actually originally supposed to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, got it. Alright, then we might do Friday instead. That's
hmm
settled. uh
Yeah. So before we get into our week, we were having a little conversation, like just now about the Premier League. So what question did you ask about soccer?
Oh shoot. Oh yeah, I was like, or are they gonna go into playoffs or something? And then you're like, oh, they don't have playoffs. So
Oh, that. Okay. So I was
yeah.
just talking about like Chelsea played a game today and it was like a slaughter. We killed them. So how it works in England, or at least this happens pretty much all the time, right? So every country kind of like has their own league, right? So like every country, most countries have, like we have the MLS right here in United States. Canada, I think they kind of hop into the MLS as well. Mexico has their own. Almost every country has their own. But in Europe, right, they're like really hyper competitive because that's where all the money is and that's where it has been for a long time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So even though like there are dozens of countries in Europe and almost every one of them has their own league, there are only five that are like really competitive, right? There's the Premier League in England. That's like the one I really pay attention to the closest.
Mm-hmm.
Um, then there's La Liga in Spain. That one is big. They have like clubs like Real Madrid and Barcelona. You've probably heard of them.
Yeah, I know what they are.
Messi and
I heard
Ronaldo
of
that they
them.
used to play
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, then you have France. They have League One in France. So you have teams like PSG. That's pretty much the only one that like a lot of people know. Like Messi, Neymar, they also played there. Mbappe plays there right now.
Wait,
Um,
so hold on. There's different kinds of leagues?
every country has their own.
Oh.
So it's like, so you know how we have like, okay, I'll just use baseball as an example. You know how we have the MLB?
Oh, and Korea and like Japan has their like own thing and Korea has their own thing.
Yeah, but in Europe, pretty much all of these leagues are on the same level. When it comes to sports like baseball, basketball, football, right? Like those sports, they're like the best of the best here in the United States, right? That's not the case with soccer because soccer is just like such a global sport, right? And most countries in Europe have been playing them for like hundreds of years, right? Each of the leagues are pretty much the same level or amongst like a similar range of levels, right? So
Right.
because of that, it's like, and I'll explain this in a second, but let me get through the five big five they call them, right?
Mm-hmm.
In Germany, you have the Bundesliga, right? Those are teams are like Bayern Munich. You know that link I sent you yesterday of like the Chainsaw Man thing. That's another team in Germany, right? I pay attention to that one as well a lot. And then you have Serie A, like Serie A in Italy. That's where teams were like Milan, like the jersey I bought in Italy. Like that's where teams like them play.
Right.
Napoli, yeah. So if you ever see Jake, you know Jake Rosa.
Yeah. Oh
If you
yeah.
ever
Okay.
if you ever see him wearing a soccer jersey, I guarantee it's Napoli. That's an Italian club.
Okay. Okay. That
Um,
makes sense.
yeah. So
Monopoly is the league name for Italy?
no. So what's it called? The league name is Serie A, like the Series A, like Serie A. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
And Napoli is just a team. So I'll explain that too, right? So yeah, that's kind of how it goes. There's five leagues like that. Uh, And another thing that's very interesting is that you know how like here teams will have like will be based out of cities, right? Like you have New York Knicks, right? Sorry, Knicks, New York Knicks, right? You have Los Angeles Lakers, right? Like Los Angeles Angels, New York Mets, New York Yankees, that sort of thing, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
teams are based out of cities. Well, they do the same thing there, but they don't really have mascots, right? So you know, it's like the New York Knicks, the Knicks, right? They don't really have that there. They just say they have like just a city name and then something after it sometimes, right? So like Crystal Palace, right, is based out of Crystal Palace, right? Um, Manchester United is based out of Manchester, right? Um, Chelsea was based off of like a little part of like central London, right? Brighton is an actual city, right? That sort of thing. So they don't really have like actual names, like they don't really have like a they of course they have nicknames, but it's something official, right? Like what is a Nick? What is a like you know Yankees, right? Like Angels. They don't really do that. You know what I mean?
Isn't that the same thing as like Manchester and then United?
It, well, United's not really a thing you could. Well, like the Knicks, right? You call them the Knicks, right? They are like each player is a Knick, right? Like each player is a Los
Oh,
Angeles
okay,
Angel.
okay,
Like
okay,
they don't
okay.
really do that. Like they just like here it's just they play for Manchester United, right? Some teams do have like nicknames though, like West Ham, right? They're based out of West Ham in London. They have two hammers on their badge, because the club was like originally formed like 200 years ago by like factory workers, right? So they have hammers because they used to bend metal with hammers, right? So when you play against West Ham, people will call them hammers. You know what I mean? So it's like they do have like kind of mascots, but it's like really unofficial. You know what I mean? Like Manchester United, on their logo they have like a devil, so they call them like like Devils of Manchester sort of thing, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Brighton is like a city by the beach, right? It's like very southern tip of England, right? And on their logo they have like a bird, like a seagull. So they call them seagulls like whenever you play against them. So it's
Okay.
like they have like mascots but it's unofficial. But playoffs, right? So each country has their own league, but how it works is that there's typically three big competitions for every big team, right? First you have like the league, right? So using England as an example, right? You have the Premier League, right? So it's like an actual league format, right? You play games, you earn points, right? Like I think you zero for losing, one for like getting a tie, and then three for winning, that sort of thing. And then if you're
Mm-hmm.
tied with another team, they go by goal difference. So who scored the most goals, sort of thing, right? But so that's one thing, right? And then whoever has the most points at the end of the season will get the trophy, right? Will get the title. And then how else it works is that um on so the governing body of football, right? Each country has like a governing body, right? So you know like how here the NBA, even though it's a league, right? It's also like an organization that makes rules and stuff like that, right? Same thing with the MLB, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So so the Premier League is ran by an organization called the FA, right? The English Football Association or Administration, something like that, right? So they have a tournament on the side, right? Called the FA Cup, right? So that's sort of like playoffs, but not really, right? It's just like another tournament that goes on the side while the league is going on.
So that's yeah. So it's not. Wait. So is it considered as a league or just a tournament?
Just a tournament that happens every year, like on the side. So
Oh,
what they'll
okay.
do is that like once a month, right, or something like that, maybe a little bit more often. I can't remember. They'll stop league games for like a week, right, and then they'll like do FA Cup games instead. And what's
Is that
special about the FA Cup? Oh, sorry, you were saying?
is that I was just sorry. I was just about to say, is the tournament part of the league or is the tournament its like own different thing?
It's its own different thing. It runs adjacent to the league. Like a team can win the Premier League, but not the FA Cup. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
okay. Got it. Got it. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. But what's special about the FA Cup is that you know how I explained to you the whole relegation system?
Relegation.
Yeah, bottom three teams go
Oh
down.
yeah, 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 yeah.
And then yeah, and then there's like a huge hierarchy of leagues, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so the thing is that all the professional teams in the entire country, right? Even if they're not in the Premier League, all professional teams, any level, play in the FA Cup. So a team from like 3 leagues down hypothetically could win the FA Cup, but it
And
doesn't happen very often. You know what I mean?
I see what you mean. And like
Yeah. So
upset the
that's
bigger teams, right?
exactly. So that's another cup that happens, right? And then there's the Champions League, right?
Wait, I have a
Um,
question before you
yeah,
move on to that. If
yeah.
if if one of the, like, let's say for example, like a league, or I mean a team that was like 3 leagues below, like what, like versus, well, okay, let me rephrase. So okay, let's say a team that is 3 leagues below wins it all, and they beat like a bunch of like higher league teams. Would they be like considered to like like to be able to like go into the higher leagues, or do they just like only win the tournament and they just still stay
They
through?
well, if they're that good, right? And it wasn't just luck, right? Then they should be able to like make their way up over time. But no, it's just you win that tournament. But there is a big advantage. So there's like a lot of prize money on the line, right? So if you get the prize money, right, then you're more able to buy better players and then eventually work your way up, right? And also think about it this way, right? Like if investors are like, I want to like invest in a football team, right? And then you win the FA Cup as like a nothing team from like 3 leagues down, right? Then you're gonna get a lot of investors. You know what I mean? So it's like
Oh, I see what you mean.
it'll help you in the long run, even if it doesn't help you directly. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
yeah. Okay.
So one big example of that is like, have you heard of Ryan? You know Ryan Reynolds, right? Like the actor.
Yeah.
Like who doesn't know him, right? He owns a football team called Wrexham FC, right?
Are they
They're like
good?
this like there's like this like nothing team that's like 5 leagues down, right? But because of like him and the attention that he's brought to the team, right? He's been doing like he's been bringing like the team has been getting up like a lot, right? So here's how I'll put this, right? So ever since Ryan Reynolds like bought the team, right? You know what he's done?
What?
He so there's this Premier League goalkeeper. His name is Ben Foster. He's like a legend, right? Once he retired, Ryan Reynolds went up to him and he's like, "Yo, like just as a joke, do you want to play for my team?" And he's like, "Sure." So now you have like this elite legendary goalkeeper playing for like fucking third team Wrexham, bro. And then not only that, they've risen in the time that Ryan Reynolds has owned the team, which hasn't been very long at all, right? They've risen up by 2 leagues. You know what I mean?
Because of
So
that one
before
one person? That one
no,
player?
because of like the attention and money that Ryan Reynolds is bringing to the team. Like
Oh.
in the preseason, right? Like Wrexham has been doing matches against like big Premier League teams and stuff like that, right? Like giant teams.
Mm-hmm.
What's it called? Because of Ryan Reynolds, they got their own Amazon series documentary sort of thing. Like imagine Ted Lasso in like real life sort of thing. So it's like he's been bringing a lot of money to the team. So that's like a good example of what I was talking about, right?
Okay,
Like
that makes sense. It's just like
so
if you do really well without anything, then eventually like someone or something should be able to help you get to a higher,
yeah,
place than the first were.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, that makes more sense. That makes sense. Okay, and what was this
And
champions
then
thing that you were talking about?
oh, Champions League. Okay, so this is awesome. So the Champions League, right, is like it's like the league, you know what I mean? So the top like teams from every single European league, right? So the top teams from England, the top leagues from like the top teams from Germany, France, Italy, Spain, they all come together to play in the Champions League, right? So it's kind of like the FA Cup in that it runs adjacent to like their leagues, right? So it's like its own separate thing, right? But it's ran by this organization called UEFA, right? I think that sounds for like I forgot what it stands for, but it's like the governing body of soccer for all of Europe, right? So the
Mm-hmm.
best teams in all of Europe, right, will come together and they'll play this tournament, that sort of thing, right? And uh yeah, it's like so first they start like it kind of works very similar to the World Cup as of right now. They're like changing the format like really drastically next season, and I'm not really sure. I don't really understand how it works as of right now, right? But the way it's been working for a long time is that it kind of works like the World Cup, right? Like they'll do like a lottery dice spin sort of thing, right? You know, like the lottery, like they have like that machine with like balls in it, they get flung around.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put all the teams into that, right? And then they get random groups of four, right? And the top two teams from each group will make it into like a knockout stage, and then they'll play from there until you get to the final.
And that's it?
Yeah, but that happens throughout the entire year, right? Because these teams have their own leagues to worry about, right? So it happens like every 2 weeks. The leagues will like take a little break for the Champions League and FA Cup. You know what I mean? Tournament breaks they call them.
So I'm assuming like all these leagues, right? Or these leagues that you talked about so far, like they all have some sort of like connection, right? To like manage to like communicate and manage the
That
timing,
is
right?
UEFA. Yeah, that is UEFA. So
Okay.
UEFA is like the governing body for football for all across Europe. If that makes sense.
Okay. Okay. Got it. That makes sense. Yeah.
And the greatest thing, in my opinion, about football that makes it like so interesting and so fun to watch is that you know how I said like every country has their own league and like they kind of are at the same level.
Mhm.
Because of that, not only are players traded from team to team, right, but they're also traded across countries too, right? So like a player can like start in like the low leagues of like England and then get some attention and go to Italy. And then once they become like a superstar, they go to like Germany or Spain. And then maybe they might go back to England to like retire. You know what I mean? So it's like you could follow like if you're a fan of like a specific player, you could be following them around from like country to country almost. You know what I mean? It's like it's really interesting how that works.
Oh, okay. I get it now. Okay.
Yeah. So, like for example, Messi, right? He grew up in Argentina, right? And then
Yeah.
when he was 14, he got a contract with Barcelona and he played there for a long ass time until like 2019. And then all of a sudden he moves to France, right? Because he got a good offer there. And then what's it called? They kind of weren't treating him right, so he moves to like the MLS, right? Same
Mhm.
thing with Ronaldo, right? Ronaldo started in Portugal. Portugal has a league that's almost at like high level, but not really. Excuse me, not really, right? But then he moves to England and he plays for Manchester United, right? And then after a couple years there, he moves to Spain, right? And he plays there for like 10 years, right? Then he comes back to Manchester, gets into a little fight, and goes to Saudi Arabia for money. You know what I
Wait,
mean?
what? That actually happened?
Yeah. So what happened is that Ronaldo is kind of like so I'm a Messi fan, so I have like a little bit of bias. What ended up happening is that Ronaldo has always been like so I'm gonna try to explain why I think he acts this way, but he's like a very egotistical player, right? It's like all like he when you compare like Messi and Ronaldo with assists, right? Even though they play at the same level everywhere else, when it comes to like assists, like giving like setting up goals for other people, Messi is like leagues above Ronaldo, right? Because Ronaldo kind of just thinks for himself, right? That makes sense. And his
So
legacy as his
he's always
own
trying
player.
to do the goals for himself.
Exactly,
He's not
right?
really a team
Like
player.
exactly. So, and the reason why is because Messi, right? He had a family with some money, right? He grew up in like a house. He had land, right? He grew up like a decent childhood,
Mhm.
right? Ronaldo, on the other hand, he grew up in the slums of Portugal, right? The slums of like Lisbon, right? He grew up right like sweeping streets for money. Barely like he played football barefoot in the streets because he couldn't afford socks or shoes, right? So like he came from like absolutely nothing, like dirt nothing, right? And then he gets all this fame. So of course he wants to like do everything he can to prevent um him losing that fame, because he's worked so hard to get it.
Oh, okay, got it. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
So yeah, so he
That's why he
started at
acts egotistical.
that's why I think he acts egotistical and I can't blame him for that. It's probably like it's probably like a thing like really deeply like cemented in his mind at this point. because at this point he's like way past the point where it's like if he does bad for a season, right? Like no one's gonna not like him anymore, right? Like he's inspired at least two generations of people. You know what I mean? But at the same
Okay.
time, yeah. But at the same time, it's like that he's had that mindset for so long. It's hard to shake it, even in Saudi Arabia.
Mm-hmm. So I
So it's
guess
like
it's just like a mix of his past that just like
that's what I think it is. I
but
don't know
that
for sure.
that sounds the most logical. Why would it? I mean, maybe like just him having all the fame just makes him egotistical, like simply just having the fame.
Mhm.
But
But
I
I
think
guess you
the
can't.
pass. Yeah. Sorry.
Probably his past, yeah. Yeah, so he started for a team called Sporting Lisbon, right? Like he got recruited into their like so another thing, I know like football teams sometimes do this, baseball teams sometimes do this, basketball teams might do this, but in soccer it's a big thing where they call them academies, right? So if they'll send out scouts to like watch like little league games, like high school games, middle school games, that sort of thing. And if they see someone with like a lot of talent and a lot of potential, they'll basically recruit them into their academy, right? So like into an academy. So what's it called? They go to school near the academy. They wake up. They live like usually dorm at the academy. They'll play and train football, go to school, that sort of thing,
Mm-hmm.
and they get like 24/7 one-on-one training with like the actual team staff, right? And then once they're old enough, they'll either get sold to another team or they'll like move on to like the starting team. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like it's training young talent. I guess is the best way to put it. That's why, people like Ronaldo are able to get famous, right? Because even though they come from dirt poor places, like these scouts, they know where to look to find them. You know what I mean? And they want to find these kids, right? Like you ever heard of like Brazilians and like Brazilians' reputation in soccer?
Yeah.
They're like
Well,
supposed to be
yeah. Like, I mean, no. I mean, I don't know too much about Brazil, so
okay. So in like I guess the world of soccer, Brazil is like notorious for creating players who are like really flashy, right? And like really like skillful for no reason at all, right? But you know what the real reason is? Because these kids, right? They like grow up in the slums of like Rio and other like Brazilian cities, right? And all they have is either football, drugs, or like jujitsu. That's it. That's literally it. I'm being so serious
are
with
you
you.
being for real?
I'm being so for real. Either they fall into like if they're not that well off financially, they either fall into drugs and crime, like jujitsu, like martial arts, or what's it called, soccer. And most of the time, it's soccer. Like these kids will like find like I don't know a watermelon and like hollow it out and like try and dribble that. If they find a ball, they're like really possessive about it, right? They have it's like they're wolves almost, right? Like they have like territorial places in the cities, like this slum is mine, you can't play here, sort of thing.
Bro, what?
It's because that's all they have. You know what I mean? And because of that, they have like all these flashy tricks and stuff like that, right? Because that's all they do. They just play with the ball all day and they figure out how to control it. They figure out different tricks and stuff like that. So all these Brazilian players, like they're so stylish and they're so with the ball at least. You know what I mean? And it's like
Yeah.
that's why like Brazilian players are fun to watch. But yeah,
They're more, I
yeah. So
guess,
like these
crazy and risk taking.
exactly. So these scouts will go to like slums and like find kids, and if they think that these kids have potential, they'll take them, find their families, offer them a bunch of money, move them out to Europe, and then they'll like train their academies.
That's what they did with Ronaldo.
Ronaldo grew up in Portugal, so he's kind of already in Europe. But yeah, that's
No,
pretty,
but
pretty much
like
what
I'm
they did
saying,
with his
like
family. Yeah,
that's what
they
the
gave his
scouts
family.
did.
Yeah, they gave his family like compared to what he makes now, it was nothing, right? But for them, it was a lot of money. So they moved him into like their academy. They move on to the first team, and then after a while, he goes to England. Then he goes to Spain, back to England, and then he ends up. Actually, I lied, right? So after Spain, Real Madrid, I skipped a team. He went to Italy for like one season only. Then he went back to England. Then he went to Saudi.
What was the team
In
for
Italy,
Italy? Yeah,
Juventus.
Juventus. I'd never heard of
Yeah.
that.
They're sponsored by Jeep. I think that they're the only team sponsored by Jeep.
The car company?
Yeah,
Bro. Okay. Well, I mean, are they good at least or
they're like one of the like they're a very historic team in Italy. Like they're like very notorious.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah, they're
okay.
pretty
So
good.
they're okay, got it.
Like you can see him wearing the jersey.
Wait, you sent me?
They're sponsored by Jeep.
He looks young in this photo.
This is 2019. We're seventh grade.
Dude, yeah, he looks really young. He actually looks sort of young. How
Yeah.
old was he in this photo? Do you know?
Uh, right now he's 40. So minus 6 years, he was
40,
34.
34. Wow, he looks pretty young for 34.
35, 35.
35, same thing. He still looks
Yeah.
pretty young. I've never seen this one. Oh, well, I mean, it's because you're always watching the Europe ones.
Yeah.
The
I paid attention to
European.
Italy. I've been paying more attention to Italy, but yeah.
Actually, why? Is there is there a team that you root for?
Milan, yeah. So you know how I said there's like inter-team violence?
Yeah.
Like fans will attack each other and stuff like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
So that gets taken to the next level when you have like rivalry teams, right? And that's another thing I like about football. I know I keep talking about football, but it's like with because these teams have been around for so long, right? Like they have beef with each other. And like the beef is actually it makes for such good games, bro. Like most of the time it stems from from like teams being in the same city. So I think the best example of this is probably London, right? In London, there are so many rivalries. Like teams hate each other, right? Like the big three in London are Chelsea, which is my club, Arsenal, which is another big club, and then like KSI and on like the side, a lot of the sidemen support Arsenal,
Mm-hmm.
right? That you probably seen like their collabs with Prime and stuff like that. And then you
Yeah,
have
I seen
Tottenham,
that. And
yeah.
what?
Then you have Tottenham Hotspur. They call them
Oh,
Spurs for short, but that's like the team that Tom Holland supports. That Korean guy I was showing you plays for them, right?
oh, okay.
Yeah, so those three teams hate each other, bro. Hate each other like to the core. You know what I mean? It's like they've had beef for like so long, bro.
Why though? Oh, is it just like something in the history
Like
that?
long standing beef. Like because they're in the same city and like the owners would do like shitty stuff to each other. Right? I know like in the early 1900s when like they were first creating a league, right? Tottenham had some like trouble or something. I could be wrong,
Wait, they're
right?
all
Like
from London, by the way?
these teams, these three
Yeah,
teams, yeah,
those
they're
three
all from
teams.
London.
Oh, wow.
There's
Okay.
like six or seven out of like the 20 teams in the Premier League are from London. It's actually crazy.
That's a lot.
Yeah, West Ham is from London. What's it called? Hold on, I gotta look up the list. Hold on, I could give you. So Arsenal is in London. Aston Villa is also in London. I think no, Aston Villa is like just outside of London. Tottenham's in London. Newcastle is in London. Chelsea's in London. West Ham's in London. Bournemouth I think is in no, they're like near London but not quite in it.
Is that
Fulham,
in Great Britain?
yeah.
How many teams are in
Fulham.
Great Britain overall though?
This is the English league, so all of them are.
Oh, okay. Oh, my
Actually,
bad.
some of them geographically might be in Scotland or Wales, but it's like they don't go by that. They go by England. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like UK.
Okay.
So yeah, they're all together.
Okay.
Yeah, but like I counted like at least like 6 or 7 of all these teams are in London alone. So like whenever those team plays, they call it a derby. It's spelled derby, but they call it derby, right? I think like the craziest derby to watch is the Milan derby. So in the city of Milan, right? So you know where Milan is, right? Italy,
Mm-hmm.
right? So there's two teams, right? In like Milan, right? There's AC Milan, right? I like them. Right? They're red, right? And then there's another team called Internazionale Milan, right? Or Inter Milan. Or they just call them Inter for short, right? They're blue, right? Hate each other. Absolutely hate each other, right? Every time and one what's even crazier,
What?
that makes it like even wilder. They play in the same stadium. Like most of the time, like every team will have their own stadium. These two share a stadium,
Actually?
right? Yeah. So it's like, like whenever like one team plays, there's always a fight between like the other team doesn't have to even be playing that day, and there'll be a fight, right? But the best part, not even well, I wouldn't call it the best part, but the worst part is when they play each other, right? They got to share the stadium, right? So it's like now all those tensions are like boiled up into one big building. Like there's always a riot every time they play, and at least one person will die, whether it be murder or like just like accidental or whatever. One person will die every time they
Like, are
play.
you being for real with me? Someone actually
I'm being,
dies?
I'm being so for real because like the rival, it's like Romeo and Juliet type shit. It's like Bloods and Crips over there. It's like who do you support? Like this is like inter territory. This is Milan territory. You know what I mean? It's like
Wait, why did they share a stadium though?
it's just the way it is. I don't know.
It's so stupid. So that's why you're
You know,
saying like they're such good games because like something actually interesting besides the actual
no,
soccer
because
will
like
also
the
happen.
player, like normally it's like when a big team plays a small team, or like a big team plays a big team. Like yeah, whatever. It's like you know what to expect, right? But when it's a team that has beef with another team, then the players are more motivated to like crush them, right? So it's like even the players will put up a better performance because it's like a rivalry game.
And that's what makes it okay. So
Yeah,
they're like more crazy
exactly.
in the game, and that's what makes it so interesting.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
that
then
makes
also
sense.
yeah. So I think the most famous rivalry game though, like of all time, has to be like Barcelona and Real Madrid, right? When those teams play, you know what they call it?
What?
It's called El Clasico because it's the classic match.
El Clasico?
El
Eh,
Clasico because it's Spanish. El Clasico.
they're Spanish? What do you mean?
They're
Wait.
Spanish teams. What? They're in Spain.
Oh, you're saying okay, okay.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
they
right,
call it
right. You're
El.
right. You're right.
Yeah, they call it El Clasico, right? I remember the last El Clasico game that happened. I went to the mall that day, right? All you see are like half the people I saw were either wearing like a Real Madrid jersey or like a Barcelona jersey.
Did they start
I
like
couldn't.
giving each other like really salty looks at each other every time they pass by each
Yeah,
other?
bro. One person bumps another person. They started fighting. Not
Actually?
like not actual
Or
physically fighting, but like
yelling and
yelling.
stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
When was this? Wait, when was
This
this
was this wasn't the second one. Sorry, this is the first one. So this is no, it was the first. When was this?
what do you mean the first and second? Oh, the first and second they had two different
Yeah, one
games?
El Clasico was on my birthday. I didn't do anything on my birthday. Yeah, so it was the second one because every team plays each other twice. So there's
Okay.
two El Clasicos in 1 year. Yeah. So this is the most recent one. I forgot what month it was, but I remember going and like people were wearing their jerseys and stuff like that.
Okay. Do you know what? So they only have they only have two El Clasicos a year?
But because both teams are like really good and they play in the Champions League, there could be another El Clasico in the Champions League. So
But
sometimes there might
in
be a third,
regular
but it's not
season,
guaranteed. In a regular season, there will be two.
oh, it's guaranteed. It's always two every year.
Yeah, and those teams, like those games, like normally like league games are like, all right, like we're a big team, we're gonna do good regardless, right? But whenever El Clasico is played, right, they go like all out, like they try their best to just go like, you know, like get them
And
sort of
like
thing.
do way better, right? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, you know something interesting? I was gonna say this, but I got off track. You know,
What?
I was talking about Milan and AC Milan, like Inter and AC Milan. Those two teams they play in the same stadium.
Yeah.
So the blue team, right? You know who likes that team? Yes.
Um like wait, are we
We
talking like
both we both listen to his music pretty often.
Oh, Drake?
Hell no.
Yo, do you okay, okay, I'll
No,
bring it
El,
up
no,
later.
no. You know something about Drake? I'm sorry, getting off topic,
No,
right? Drake,
I saw his new song. Well, oh, sorry. Wait, you finish your
Wait,
thought
what new
first.
song? What new song? What new song? What new song?
Drake just released a new song.
Just now?
Well, not just now, but like I saw it this morning. It's called Family Matters.
Oh, that's old, dude. That's old. Kendrick
Is it
responded to that
actually?
twice already. Yeah, Kendrick dropped two songs after Family Matters.
Wait, what were those two songs? Was it Meet the
Meet the
freaking...
Grams and Not Like Us.
Oh, so he okay, so that's okay. Okay.
Yeah, old news, buddy.
Damn. He just released it on Spotify today. I was like, okay, I thought this was
Yeah,
new.
because they can't. They got to get cleared the label before they could drop it on Spotify.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay,
Anyways,
continue
right?
on. What was your thing?
We both listened to the same. We both listened to this person at least once.
No, you said something you were about to say something
Oh,
about Drake.
Drake is such a bandwagoner, bro. It's like Drake. Like one year you'll see him wearing one jersey, and then the next year you'll see him wearing a different jersey, right? Like with soccer, like he knows something about soccer. He just goes with whatever team everyone's talking about. He'll just wear that jersey, go to a game, and then forget about them. That actually pisses me
Why
off
does he do that?
because he just wants clout, bro. He's
He
like,
wa-
oh, Drake follows his team. Let's go listen to his music, sort of thing.
Oh, okay,
It's
okay,
money.
okay. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
What did he do? Did he do something recently?
Not recently. I don't
What
think,
team is he following right now?
I don't think he's been paying attention to soccer recently. I don't like. I
Well, I
haven't seen
mean,
him.
he does have to handle that beef anyways.
Yeah. No, but you know who supports the Blues?
All right, let
Like
me
my
think. Let me think. We've listened to this wait, we both listened to this artist once
at least once today.
today.
Well, at least I have. You probably at least if not today within the past few days.
Kendrick Lamar,
No, you're in the same realm.
Metro Booming,
You're getting closer. He's a rapper
Future,
though. Same team. Yeah, same team.
what?
Same team like in the rap beef. Yeah.
J. Cole,
No.
um, 21 Savage,
No. He actually
Travis
supports Arsenal.
Travis Scott.
No. Actually, I think Travis Scott, he was there when they did the promotion, but no, not him. Go.
Okay, wait. So you're saying this guy he's part of the beef?
Yeah.
Did I say J. Cole already?
Yeah.
Um, who's part of the beef?
There's a big name you haven't said.
Fuck, I am forgetting someone. Who am I forgetting? Oh god.
Go.
Hold on. Oh, Playboy Cardi.
No, dude, my God.
Wait,
He was there when they
Kanye
did the
West,
promotion.
Kanye West, Kanye
Yes,
West, Kanye
yes,
West.
yes. You know how at the beginning of Carnival they say go, 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 head so Gucci on. You know who says that?
Who? Oh,
Fucking
that.
Inter fan club.
Wait, that's not. Wait, Kanye West doesn't even say that. That was the. Who was that?
Yeah, they got the fan club of that team to do it. They went to
thought-
a game and they're like, "Okay, you're gonna say these words," and they recorded them saying it.
I thought that
That's
was Rich.
why-
I thought that was Rich the Kid.
No, dude, it's like when they chant "Go, go, go, go," heads like, bro, like that's like a whole group of people. It was a fan club. Hold on, let me see if I can find the video of them recording it.
Also, why did they take off one of the songs from Vultures?
I don't know, probably no. It was I don't think the feature got cleared. I think Nicki Minaj was supposed to be on it, but they didn't get the feature cleared. Like her label was like, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Wait, so what team was that was doing that?
Inter, like the fan clubs for like the blue team in Milan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
that's why when they said I don't did the impossible, they say it weird. I don't did the impossible or something like that. You know what I mean?
Go, 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 go. Hesugushi Honorable. She ride dick like
This is-
carnival.
Look, this is them doing it right here.
No,
This is
what
the
is...
fan.
Wait, hold on. I gotta put down my sniper. No, that's crazy.
This is when he got them. That's the original source of the audio. Like that session where they're like recording them. That's when they got him to do it.
Oh wow. And I mean, it's just like it sounded so crisp too. It's like I was like this. Oops, my bad. I Sorry,
Of course,
funny.
they did some like clearing up on it. They probably like took him to like an empty space near the stadium and did it there.
Dude, dude, I'm sorry we're getting off track again, but I'm actually being for real this time. Drake just dropped something 13 minutes ago.
What is this? What is this corny ass bro?
Look,
drop?
look.
Oh, the hard part 6 is crazy. That's a crazy ass title. All right, let's listen to it. Wait, do you want to play it over your mic, or do you want to like see if you can stream it so like everyone? Actually, no, we probably get taken down or something like that.
Yeah, we would.
Never mind.
I can't
Yeah,
play.
all right, let's
We'll
react
listen to it
it.
after. We'll listen to it after.
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna listen to press play in 3.
Wait.
Like go to the beginning and press play in 3.
I'm gonna mute it, so.
Okay.
Yeah, you can listen.
3.
I'll look in the lyrics. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's do a live reaction to this new beef song that we are witnessing at the moment. Was it part 6? Let me search if I could search up the lyrics.
I like the bite. I like the beat.
Bro, too bad I can't listen to this. Oh, people are literally writing the lyrics right now, as we speak, in Genius.
Damn.
I don't know.
Well, I'm trying to listen. Let's see.
Bro, the first comment I see, Kendrick gonna drop before I'm done listening.
Bro, for real, bro. All right, initial reactions to this song.
Okay, now that we're back, I probably had to just cut everything out there. But yes, dude, I think the lyrics are kind of crap. I mean, he's just sort of just like yapping the whole time. I did like the title when I first saw it. The Heart Part 6. Didn't Kendrick make a song named The Heart Part 5?
Kendrick has had this like whole like thing going. Like kind of like before, so back when he was like very fresh on the scene, right? He dropped a song called The Heart, right?
Yeah.
And these songs, and then like it kind of made it a pattern. Like before every album, he'd drop a new iteration of The Heart, right? So these songs are kind of like special in a sense that not only are they like a series of songs, they're kind of like really introspective as to like how he's feeling. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
it's like it's almost like what he's like. This is my interpretation of it. I could be dead wrong in some people's eyes, right? But he's kind of doing like what we're doing here with On Our Minds, right? He's kind of just like he's using this as like a way, like he uses the Heart series as like a way to like kind of like see how he grows as a person throughout his career.
Okay.
And like his thoughts on various things and that sort of thing, right? And they're very much so like more introspective songs, right? So Drake naming it The Hard Part 6 is a little when I saw that I'm like, he really did that. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how I
That's a
feel
little
about this.
wild.
Yeah.
That's a little
I'm not gonna
wild.
lie, like beat wise,
I like the beat.
the beat sounds good, but it sounds very similar to Landed.
I
If
don't.
you ever listen to that song.
Nah, I never did.
Hold on, let me.
I'll listen to it later.
Yeah, wait, hold on. I'll send you like a. I'll
yeah,
send you
send me a link
Spotify
so
so
I
you
can-
can listen to the snippet.
Well, not right now.
No, it's like if you send it on Spotify, it only plays you like a little snippet.
Oh, it plays a
See?
little snippet.
Yeah.
Oh shit, you're right. Oh yeah, it sort of does sound similar.
It's very similar. It sounds very recycled in my opinion.
It sounds
Like it
more
sounds good.
upbeat
Don't
in
get me
that
wrong.
one.
Yeah, like it sounds good. Don't get me wrong, but it sounds very similar to stuff he's done before. Right? I think he's like trying to very much stick with his guns here. And then on top of that, the hard parts in a lot of these things, like he keeps talking about stuff that he's done, like he's talked about before in Tailor Made Freestyle and what's it called?
Family Matters.
Family Matters. Yeah, like the beating on his wife. Like he keeps pressing down on that one issue when it's like, is that really the biggest thing that you're kind of worried about? Like he's calling you a pedophile, right? He's calling people in your label pedophile, like people in your close circle pedophiles, and that's what you got to say. Like I don't know. Like he did mention the pedophile thing, but I didn't hear any like solid defense to it. You feel me? Like I feel like he kind of just like brushed it off again. I don't
I
know.
yeah, I mean, I was just sort of I mean, I was trying to follow along cuz there's no lyrics yet. People are making lyrics right now. But
Yeah.
the main thing I did here was just like I think well, obviously this is like his response to whatchamacallit, the what was Kendrick's most recent song? Or whatever his most recent songs
Not
were.
like us.
Yeah, Not Like Us. Yeah. I mean, the way how is he responding to it? I don't think he responded to it well enough.
No, definitely not. It's definitely his strongest song yet out of this whole back and forth.
Are you
But I
serious?
still,
There's no way
I
this
think
is his
I,
strongest
I
song.
no his strongest song, bro. Like Drake's strongest song.
That's what I'm saying. Like this is his strongest song.
Yeah, out of this whole exchange, like out of the 4 songs he made. No, yeah, 4 songs he made. I
Mm,
think this is his strongest one, but
I still think it's shit
for only
for being strong for you to say it's strong.
like personally, it's like it's definitely not on the same. It's not definitely not the level that I feel like Kendrick's performing at right now. But I think he's starting to kind of realize that he's got to like step it up if he wants to actually like make it out of this thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Without his reputation being like all messed up. Like think about it. Like here's the thing, right? Like he keeps talking about how Kendrick beat on his wife and cheated on his wife, right? The thing is that like I don't know if bro has just like been living under a rock, but the most recent album that like Kendrick dropped, it was called Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, right? And this album was very introspective, like very, very, very introspective, right? Um, and one of the songs he talks about his relationship with his wife and how it's changed over the course of their relationship. And for context, he and his wife have been together since high school, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's been through thick and thin with her, right? He's been through the part of his life where he was gang banging, after the gang banging, when he started rapping, when he wasn't making much money off of rap, and then when he got big. Like he's been like they've been through all of that together, right? And of course, every person has their ups and downs. Doesn't excuse what he did, right? But he talks about it, right? But Drake, like, does he not have anything else to talk about? You know what I mean? Because I feel like with every diss track, right, that Kendrick drops, like we're getting some new piece of information about, you know, Kendrick. I mean, about Drake. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Whereas Drake kind of keeps repeating the same shit over and over again, right? And when it comes to the accusation of like Drake's daughter, right, it's like he keeps saying, "Oh, it like on Instagram, he's like, oh, if somebody can find me my daughter, I'll quit my job and work for you,' or some shit like that, right?"
Drake
And
said
he's
that?
like, "Yeah, he said that,
Okay.
right?" And he's like, "Who is his daughter you're talking about?" and stuff like that. But I think people are forgetting that, like in like 2017 or 18, Drake had a big beef with this guy named Pusha T. You've heard of him, right?
Yeah, I heard of him.
Yeah, Pusha T, right? He exposed Drake. He's like, "Oh, Drake has a son. His name is Adonis," right? And Drake was like vehemently denying it, like, "Son, if someone can find me my son, I'll quit my job and work for them," right? He's like, "Since when do I have a son?" Right? And people started really looking into it. And then after a while, he felt the pressure and he came out about having a son, right? And now Adonis is all over Drake's social media and stuff like that, right?
Okay.
It's like this is the exact same thing. History is just repeating itself,
Oh
bro.
wait, are
Like
you saying like
someone
someone's
accused him of having a daughter, now he's denying it. Soon people are gonna be looking
oh
into it,
god.
and then eventually, what's it called? They're gonna find it. And this is not the only thing he's lied about so far, right? On one of his other songs, I forgot whether it was like push ups or what's it called? Family Matters, right? In one of those songs, he mentions like, "Man, I ain't about cease and desist," right? Meaning like it's like if somebody takes shots at me, I'm not gonna try and like stop him from talking. I'm just gonna respond. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Then Metro Boomin came out like just I think last night with proof that like Drake was contacting radio stations all over the country and telling them not to play like that the song that Kendrick made on Metro Boomin's album.
Oh actually?
Yeah, like
What?
Kendrick and his label. They were trying to like prevent radio stations from playing like that
Was it cause it's just the feature, or is it because of what Kendrick said in that song?
because Kendrick said he's like, man, fuck the big three. It's just big me. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, okay, I see what you mean.
You're trying to silence the beef, bro.
Dude, bro, give it,
And
yo. Oh my god, sorry. Continue on. Sorry.
next time Kendrick drops, it's about to be raps, bro. Oh my god.
Dude,
Like, let's,
he's gonna drop in like a couple minutes. We all know. Like you
bro. It's
literally
like
told me last night. Like he's actually like he's well prepared for what Drake's about to drop.
any
Like,
time
didn't you
now.
tell me
You know
that?
what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So Kendrick in one of his earlier songs in this whole beef, I think it might have been Euphoria. I remember I was listening to Euphoria today, and I think I heard it. Right? He's like, man, I know you're like I'm paraphrasing him, but he's like, man, I know your every move. Right? You say this, I'm gonna say that. Right? And it's like, you know how he's dropping these tracks. So you know how like Drake dropped push-ups, right? Like there was a
Yeah.
big gap between what's it called, like that coming out, then Drake dropping push-ups, and then like I think it was like a week gap until Kendrick responded,
Mm-hmm.
right? I think in that time, Kendrick was just in the studio recording track after track after track, and what he's now done is that he has like a whole like arsenal of things to pull out, right? If Drake says this, then I'll release this song, right? If Drake says that, I'll release this song. If Drake doesn't say this, then I'll release this song, right? For example, right? Like Drake in Family Matters, right? And Taylor Made Freestyle just ignores the allegation, and like even on Instagram and like social media in general, he keeps ignoring the allegation that, oh, he's a pedophile, right? Like they keep ignoring that allegation, right? So when he drops Not Like Us, right? That's like a big part of what he talks about. Like he's trying to strike a chord, and that's a minor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember that.
Bro, when I heard that lyric, I'm like, there's no way.
That was a funny one. That was really funny.
I like the way he delivered it. He's like a minor.
Dude, Kendrick is really funny, bro.
He's a funny guy. That's what I'm
He's so
saying.
funny.
Listen, I like Drake. Like I like his music, right? You know what? I think Obama put it the best way, right? So you know that guy Swoozy on YouTube. He's kind of like nobody really like watches him now, but he used to be big back in the day. Do you recognize that name, Swoozy?
No, not really.
Alright, so he was kind of like an animator where he just like tells stories and stuff like that. But he was invited in like 2016 or 15. He was invited to go to the White House to meet President Obama. Right? Like YouTube had this whole thing where they invited like 3 influencers to come and talk to Obama and ask him questions and interview him, right? So when
Okay.
Swoozy goes up, right, he asks, some normal questions, and then he finishes off with, okay, Mr. President, I have a question for you. Everyone's been dying to know, Kendrick or Drake, who's the better rapper, right? And
Okay.
and because this whole beef between Kendrick and Drake, like sure it's like exploding right now, but they haven't liked each other for a long ass time, right? Like they've just been like in competition, stuff like that, right? They
Right.
came up around the same time, all that stuff. That's why they call them the big three: J. Cole, Kendrick, and Drake, because they came up around the same time. They're all like really like talented people, right? And they make good music, and they've been around for a while, right? So Drake or Kendrick, and Obama was like, Drake was a good entertainer, but I'm about to go with Kendrick, right? And notice how Mr. like Obama, he didn't say rapper, he just said entertainer. And I think that's like what Drake is. He's an entertainer, right? Like when it comes to like lyrics and lyricism, right? He's good at delivering them, but is he good at writing them? Right? Because we've seen the proof of him having like an army of ghostwriters, right?
And
His
I
beats
did
are
not know
awesome.
that. I did not know that.
Yeah, and like also look at his music too, right? Like, sure he raps, right? But his main forte seems to be singing. Like, I know with a highlight bling, I need a one dance. You know what I mean? Like he sings a lot, right? He's not
Yeah.
necessarily a rapper. I think he's just an R&B performer, and I think he's really good at what he does, right? But when it comes to like going at it with someone, I just don't think he has what it takes. Like he just doesn't have the right mindset. You know what I mean? Like he's
Right.
trying to like make like the best replayable song, right? But that's not the whole. And like a lot of his fans are like, oh, but Kendrick songs don't have replayability, right? And again, I am biased here when I say this, but my opinion is that that's not what this whole thing's about. This whole thing's about like sending a message. You know what I mean? And the message is Drake is not a good person, right? Sure, he might be a good artist, and that's why a lot of people like him, right? But the message that Kendrick is trying to say is that Drake is not that great a person, and here's why, right? Whereas Drake is like trying to get back at him for whatever he could. He's like, "Oh, look at him. He's short. Oh, look at him. He wears small shoes."
Wait, that's what the whole thing is about? The fact
Yeah,
that so they
if you look
have
at
not liked each other for so long that he finally came to some point, like Kendrick came to some point and he's like, "Okay, I'm going to expose Drake because he's a shit person." And then
actually,
all this
it
happened.
goes a little deeper than that. It goes a little earlier than that. I remember seeing like the start of this beef. I'm like, oh god, what is gonna happen? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So Kendrick drops. So not Kendrick, sorry. So Kendrick and Drake have like been rivals for a long time, right? And then that's been just happening in the background, right? Then you have, Kendrick came back to the scene after like a really long break with like Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, right? Whatever. So Drake's back on the scene, right? Whatever. Then what happened is that later that year, in late 2022, Metro Boomin drops Heroes and Villains, right? And almost everyone has a song on this album, right? Like a lot of people have a song on this album. But one big person that everyone seems to like, excuse me, sorry, that seems to have not been on the album was Drake. And everyone's like, wait, Metro, how could you have made like this huge ass album without Drake and stuff like that? But nobody ever commented on it, right? Fast forward a little bit later to like earlier this year, Grammys happened, right? This could have been late last year, early this year, right? Something like that. And Metro Boomin goes on Twitter, right? And he's like, "Oh, what's it called? Like, oh, some rappers, they put their everything into their music, whatever, and they get no recognition for it. Meanwhile, someone can like have an army of ghostwriters and like have someone else make the beat for them, and then guaranteed Grammy, right? And like the way he wrote, and that's like the gist of the tweet, right? But the way he wrote it was like kind of screamed like, "Oh, he's talking about Drake. He's talking about Drake." You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
it was like very obvious he was talking about Drake. So it's like, okay, he's talking about Drake. What's gonna happen now, right? And they kind of went back and forth in Twitter, and it kind of like fizzled out a little bit, right? And a big question was, okay, now we got a beef going on, but like, who's gonna take whose side, right? Because Metro Boomin, of course, has a lot of ties in the industry, but so does Drake, right? And one of the biggest ones that people were asking about was Future, right? Because Future has made multiple songs with Drake, right? He's made what's it called? Life is Good, stuff like that, right?
Mhm.
But at the same time, Future has also done like full on albums with Metro Boomin, right? So everyone's like, oh, who's gonna take whose side, whatever. And then they announced the We Don't Trust You album, right? That got announced, right? And on the cover, it's like Future and Metro Boomin smoking a blunt. And everyone's like, oh my god, Future is like Team Metro, right? And then the album drops, and then boom, the song Like That. They get Kendrick on there, and Kendrick goes off, bro. Playboy Cardi goes off, like everyone goes off. And then turns out there was an unreleased verse for Like That with Kanye. So Kanye kind of just said, "Yeah, I'm Team Metro," sort of thing, right? So that's kind of what that is.
So that's okay. But okay, oh, and then when Kendrick was in that feature for Like That,
That's when he
um
said, "Man, fuck the big three. It's just Big Me." And
and
then
then
Big Cole.
that's when oh wait, J. Cole started, yeah. Wait, he
Yeah,
mean the
so he
big
called.
three
So
is
when he says when he Big Three is supposed to be or widely regarded as Drake,
Drake, J.
Kendrick, and
Cole.
J. Cole, right? And then Drake kind of didn't respond at first, but J. Cole kind of hopped on it, right? And he's like, he drops that album, right? Might delete later, right, or whatever. And he did delete later because after a while he's like, you know what? I ain't trying to beef, bro. I love you. Right? And Kendrick's like, you know what, bro? I love you too. And that kind of just left like Kendrick and Drake left, and then they started going at it, and that's kind of like where we're at now.
Okay. Okay, that makes more sense.
Oh, and then very recently, right? What's it called? Like I think like last night, Metro Boomin went on that Twitter rampage where he showed like the proof that like Drake tried to get like that banned from radio stations.
Yeah.
He also um another thing he did is that he made like a really ass beat called like on purpose, right? Called what's it called? Drizzy BBL, right? Because he was like calling Drake gay and stuff like that, right? And he's like, okay, I'm doing a sweepstakes. Whoever can make the best verse for this beat gets like money or something. I don't know. And a shout out. So like he's taunting him with like he's like making diss tracks for Drake with the drums. You know what I mean?
And then, oh wait, wasn't there a line at I forgot which song? I forgot which song. Or was it Drake that said it? He said like
What?
Metro, go back to making drums.
Some like I think Drake said that.
I
Yeah.
think Drake said that, right? That was so funny when I
Yeah.
first heard that.
I mean, he
I'm
could
not
do it
gonna
better
lie,
than you can, Drake.
that was, I know, but that like when I first heard that, that was actually really that caught me so off guard. I had no idea that. Okay, wait, does that mean that Drake sort of had some kind of beef with Metro as well?
That's how this whole thing started.
So wait, there was actual beef with Metro and Drake at
Yeah,
first.
and it's still ongoing because they fought with each other on Twitter like yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, I don't check Twitter, so I wouldn't know. But
I'm only seeing this because like the rap, what's it called? Instagram accounts are like posting all about it.
oh, okay, that makes sense.
And here's something very interesting. Metro said, Drake, we both know that you can't say why I don't mess with you. Meaning like there's a reason, and Drake is not willing to admit the reason that Metro doesn't like him.
So that means Drake probably did something to Metro that Drake
He
is not
probably did
very.
something that Metro was like, what? And Drake probably doesn't want that thing being leaked.
Hmm. Damn. And but Metro's just not gonna drop that. Drop the reason. He's just not gonna. He's gonna
No,
let Drake.
they want to mess with him first. That's what this whole back and forth is. They're essentially killing the back and forth that they just dropped like
Oh,
bombs there.
dude, Drake is really
So
cooked.
So Drake is panicking, bruh. Dude, he sounded so defensive on this track. I'm gonna be honest with you.
He did. I mean, dude, one thing that I didn't like was how the lyrics were written. It was just sort of, oh, they just finished the lyrics. They just finished making lyrics. But yeah, no, I was just like, I don't. It does like even just the song itself for like the lyrics in the song, it just doesn't flow. Like the song, I just don't like the song. I just don't like the flow of the song because he's the one who actually wrote it this time. Like it's easy to tell. And I don't know. It's just a bunch of yap. So I don't really like this song at all. Touch My Body by Mariah Carey play. You probably start reflecting.
What's going on?
You mentioned A minor, but something's got a B sharp and tell the fans who was it. You thought you left D flat E major. I don't know what he's trying to say in this line.
A minor. That was the funniest bar I've ever heard, bro.
That
He's
was in
trying to show like
Euphoria,
a
right?
chord, like no, that was in Not Like Us.
Oh my gosh, there's just too many songs now that I can't remember what was said in any of these songs. Drake revealed the song via an Instagram post without any prior announcement on the evening hours of May 5th, 2024 with the caption, the heart part 6 out now, and we know you're dropping 6 minutes after, so instead of posting my address, you have a lot to address. That's crazy.
That's ass, bro. That's
Nah,
ass.
that's crazy, bro. Dude, what? Okay, wait. We have to find out if Kendrick has dropped something yet, though. Did he drop something yet? Not yet. Dude, it's gonna be. So he's probably gonna drop it like in the middle of the night at like 2 a.m. I'm gonna see it in the morning.
Yeah, in his album, right? the heart in Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, Kendrick kind of talks about like how he got molested as a kid and stuff like that, like just bad experiences in his life, right? Drake starts talking about that in this song as if it's like an insult, bro. Like, what
Wait,
are
he
you doing,
did?
bro? Yeah.
What? Wait, when did he say that? I did not catch
Uh,
that.
s- look through the lyrics.
What was the wait, okay. Where's the no, this is when he's being defensive about the I don't see it on here. Uh if I was fucking young girls, I promise I'd have been done arrested. That was pretty funny when I first
You wait, what? Sorry,
I don't think or maybe it's not done. Oh yeah, no, they're still making it actually. They're trying to figure it out.
yeah.
Well, anyways, yeah, no, I mean, I'm just waiting for the next song from Kendrick Lamar. Who knows if he's gonna drop more or something. So that'll be fun to listen to. Dude, my question is, when is this gonna end though?
I hope it doesn't end, bro. I want to keep seeing this. I want to see Kendrick. I want to see Drake dead, bro. I want to see what Kendrick can do to him.
You think it'd be enough to the point where Drake will actually stop like making music overall?
No, just like stop, like quit the beef without saying anything.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, oh wait, oh, okay, bro, they they dropped the Family Matters with without the cursing and shit, the clean version of it.
Bro, that's probably like
You can hear a big difference from Family Matters to whatever what's it called
Meet the
whatchamacallit.
Grams.
Yeah. Oh no, I meant the Heart Part 6, like how it was written. So I think I get it now. That makes more sense.
Mhm.
Oh, actually, we should quickly end it. But first of all, we never explained our weeks. So,
Oh, let's do that real quickly.
okay, you can go first.
Okay, break. You know,
It wasn't any
Monday.
break. What do you mean?
Yeah, first few days of this week were break.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. Go ahead.
Yeah, break. They kind of like just bombarded us with work and stuff like that. Uh, then once I got through all that work, I had a meet Thursday. Did okay. Friday did slightly better. I know what I need to fix for the next meet. I'm
Mm-hmm.
good.
How many meets do you have left,
Uh,
actually?
3. Well, it's 2 for most people, but 3 if I do good.
Okay. Well, oh, three is like
Um,
the is it
the
an
third would be
invitational?
counties.
Oh,
Third would be
counties.
counties.
Counties got it.
Yeah.
So you have
Divisions, everyone goes. Invitational, everyone goes. And if I do good at either of those, then I get to go to counties,
you gotta
which I
show
want
up,
to go.
brother. You gotta show up.
Yeah, I show up, yes sir.
What's your PR? Like, what's the PR you're trying to beat for the next two?
I want to get over 100. If I could get over 110,
Then you'll
well,
make
okay.
it.
So the goal is to get above 115. Right now, I'm at 100,
What's the
but
requirement
there
to get into county?
115. That's the goal.
Oh shoot. Okay, yeah,
If I could get to
you got
that area,
lucky.
I'll be fine. Yeah, but 15 feet, I feel like there are a few issues that I know I have, and if I just fix those, I'll be good. I'll be golden, right? And also, my coach just said I need to relax more because it's like when I'm like throwing, like when I do warm ups, I'm throwing awesome. You know what I mean? Like I'm throwing exactly how I need to be throwing to get to counties.
Cause you,
But when it comes to like the actual competition, like the nerves and everything kind of just get to me, and I
yeah, you're
kind of just like
getting the pressure's
lose
getting to
focus.
you, my guy.
No, because you know what it is. It's like when you're pitching, right? Like I'll put it in baseball terms. When you're pitching, right? People have like a chain, right? First you like wind up their arm, wind up their leg, then they like plant the leg, turn the hip, that sort of thing. There's like a whole progression to it, right?
Yeah.
Same here, right? Same here with throwing, right? Like you got to like, you know, lead with your arm, like get through the circle, plant your foot, what's it called, keep your hip behind, that sort of thing, arm up, chest up, that sort of thing, right? But when I'm actually throwing it in competition, I'm like so kind of nervous. Hold on, I'll be
You
back in a
like?
second.
Okay.
Hold on, I'll be back in a second.
No, you're good. You're good. No, cause when he comes back, I was just about to say, Like he's been. I mean, he's probably just tensing a lot. And I think maybe your coach is probably right. Like you just, I think probably the biggest thing is just relaxing because when you get the pressure get to you, you could still do well, but you could do even better when like the way how I would think of it is just like I know how to do everything. Now I just gotta apply it. I just gotta apply it. So I just gotta like I just sort of like to put it as if it's just like it's just me. It's literally just me. There's no one else watching. So if I'm going up to plate and I'm batting, right? I just think of what I think of is just it's just me versus the pitcher. No one else. No one else is watching. So I just like
Mm.
to, just keep it to myself. Make it seem like I'm just doing it for myself. And then that's when I do actually a little more decent than last time. So I think in my opinion you should just think of it like it's just yourself. Like you're just the only
Yeah.
one there. No one else is watching you. Is it cuz is it cuz people are is it cuz like
No,
people
it's
are
because I
watching
think
you?
no, because like with the warm ups, everyone's still watching you, but and I throw awesome. I think it's just like okay, before there were no stakes, but now there are stakes, sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Okay, okay. So it's
Yeah,
just like
they
okay.
call that whole thing like being a warm up warrior.
That's what they call it.
Yeah, because everyone throws better in their warm ups than in practice.
Okay, that makes sense. Then dude, I don't know. I was just like okay, I was just thinking cuz like the reason why I mostly screw up is cuz people are watching me. That's why. But
I see.
for that, like another thing I say is that it's just my last year. I should just take it easy and just have fun. That's what I say to myself sometimes. So,
Mm,
you know, I mean,
try and do that.
it's fun if you get a new PR, so have fun when you do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you could try. I mean, is there like actual mechanical errors that you're having? That's like also
No,
a
it's
reason?
like
Is it
when I'm
just all mental?
relaxed. Yeah, it's all mental. Like when I'm relaxed, I throw awesome, right? I remember I have like a little checklist I run through in my head, right? I make sure to do everything right, and I throw awesome. Then when it comes to the actual throw, I'm like like I get like so like not worked up,
Stiff?
but like tense, like stiff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I forget to do one thing, but the not doing the one thing kind of screws up everything. If that makes sense. So
I see what you mean.
yeah,
Damn. Okay. Well, I mean, dude, just listen to your coach, bro. Your coach is awesome. He knows what he's doing, bro.
yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah. Is that
Here's something
anything?
very, so
What?
a really funny coincidence about our coach.
What?
So if you've ever had Miss Salcedo as a teacher or just like been on a field trip with her or anything,
Oh,
she
okay.
always she always talks about like how she like does like kickboxing and stuff like that, right? And
Mm-hmm.
like she'll talk about like her hot kickboxing coach or whatever, right? So the other day we were getting ready for a meet, right? And
Wait,
we're
did
just
you
like
just say
waiting to get on
hot
the bus.
kickboxing coach?
That's what she said. Like she'd be like, "Oh, my hot kickboxing coach" or something like that, right? Yeah,
Okay.
she's always funny, right? She's a funny person. And then the other day, right, we're getting ready for this meet, and he's like, on the bus with us, whatever. And what's it called? While we're waiting for the bus inside the school, um, Salcedo and the coach Seb, they're like talking to each other, right? And I'm like, and Miss Salcedo sees me. She's like, "Oh, Varun, hi, how are you?" Right, because she knows me from the trip. And I'm like, "Hi, Miss Salcedo. Oh, do you know Coach Seb?" Right? And she's like, "Yeah, it's my kickboxing coach." I'm like, "Oh, your kickboxing coach." And Seb's like, Yeah." And she's like, "Yeah." And then she gives me the look where it's like, "Don't say anything," sort of thing. It's so funny, bro.
Dude, you gotta help her, bro. No,
No, bro.
your
He's
coach, your
taken.
co-
He's
your
taken.
co-
He's taken.
Oh, he
He's
is.
taken. He's taken, and she's like 10 years
Damn.
older than him.
Damn. Oh, actually,
Yeah,
yo, I was about to say, yeah, your coach is a good looking guy.
that's what I'm saying, bro.
He's a good looking guy, dude. Um. Oh yeah, sorry, I was spaced out a little bit. What else you got?
Of course you were.
My bad, G. My bad.
My baby.
What other things happened this week so we can wrap this up?
That was about it for me.
Actually,
Had a little outing. Uh, yesterday, as you are aware of, because you
Okay.
called me in the middle of
Oh
it.
yeah, that's true. I remember that.
Yeah,
Did you watch the movie? You watched the movie, right?
yeah, it was good. It
Were
was good.
you were actually paying attention to the movie this time?
Yeah, we both were. It was a good movie, bro. I liked it a lot.
Was it actually like as sus as it seemed in the trailer?
There were some moments, but for the most part, it's like the story was coherent. It wasn't like just that.
Okay. Okay, good. Cause like there was like this one, you know what I mean, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Okay, that makes sense.
that scene doesn't play out how you think it does.
Okay, okay, good, good. Cause
It
they were
plays out
like,
a little weirder.
wait, wait, what? Are you serious?
Hey, yeah, but not the way you'd expect. It's actually really funny, bro. When I saw what happened, yo, the entire theater was like laughing, bro.
Oh,
Like
so
like
it was
how
actually like,
like we're like, huh? Like audible, like what are we looking at?
dude. Cause I was like a long time ago when they had like this early trailers for it, I saw like a bunch of like Tom Holland memes. It's like, oh my gosh,
Yeah,
Tom Holland is so cooked. Like
dude.
Tom Holland is so jealous right now, or something like that.
Wait, hold
I
on.
what?
In the movie, right? One of the characters' name is Art. It's the blonde one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I'm just saying, bro. Like in the scenes where he's younger, yo, his hair is actually like hella nice, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Let me show you. Let me
Was
show
he
you.
like the? There was two. Okay, there was okay. So
I'm
basically,
talking about
no.
the dude on the left.
Okay, so
Look at his hair, bro.
is that him right now, or like him in the
That's
younger?
him
Is
in the
that
movie. That's him in the movie with the hair.
you said there's like a younger version of
Yeah, this is
him?
them when they're younger. Like the way the movie works is that they're playing the two dudes are playing a game against each other, right? In the present, right? And then the movie reveals has like a more like flashbacks, right? Like the movie will like they'll play a set, right? And something will happen or like one of the players will like do something like get mad or whatever, and then they'll go into a flashback and show more context, if that makes sense.
Okay, that makes
So it's
sense.
like they'll show a piece of conflict, context, and you're like, "Damn, that guy really did that. I'm supporting the other guy, right?" And then they show a little bit more of the game, right? And then they'll go back for a flashback,
Oh,
and then they'll
okay.
reveal even more context. And you're like, "Damn, he did that. I'm back to the other guy," sort of thing.
Okay, we're at the end of the day. Okay, actually, this might be spoilers then, because what I was about to ask is like, at the end
Just
of the day, are they both scum?
are they both what?
Are they both sort of like not
They've
good
both
people?
done bad things, if that makes sense. They both done like bad, like they both done bad things that friends probably shouldn't do to each other.
Okay, okay, that makes sense. Okay,
I will
and
say
then
is that this movie really makes you hate like her character.
Zendaya,
Yeah, like her character is like really like despisable in this movie, bro. You're like, damn,
scummy,
I don't like
sort of
this person.
scummy.
Yeah, very, very.
Dude, now I sort of want to watch it because that just sounds so interesting.
You should. I'm down to watch it again, Loki.
I might just stream it at home because like I don't want to
No, watch
watch
it in
it.
the theater. Watch it in the theater. Watch it in the
Why?
theater.
Wait, was it? Did you have to go through that? What? It's an R18 show or movie, right?
No, yeah. So just show, just you're old enough, dude. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
I turned 18 in about a month and a half. So.
No, no. When I went to Oppenheimer, you only have to be 17.
Oh, actually?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, do you have to be?
They didn't ID me for Oppenheimer, but when Bright and Linda went for whatever reason, they ID'd them, and because I think it was Linda who wasn't 18. Sorry,
Oh, I
17.
remember. Yeah. I remember. I remember.
Because at that point, Bright was 17. He was fine.
What about this movie? Did you guys didn't get ID'd?
We did, yeah,
You did get ID'd
yeah.
for, and they still let you watch it?
Dude, you just have to be 17 to watch rated R.
I thought
Like Oppenheimer, yeah,
I
like
thought rated R was 18 and up.
no.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Okay, so is that the same thing for Oppenheimer?
Yeah, Oppenheimer. That's what happened.
Okay, so then if Linda was 17, why didn't are you saying that she
No,
was 16?
She wasn't. Yeah, she was 16.
Okay.
Bright was 17.
Okay, that makes okay. So then I should be able to watch it. I don't know. I don't want to go alone. So
That's why. Just get a group of friends and go. I'm down to go again.
let me see. Let me see. All right. I'll think about it
It's a
actually, but
hella good.
not
It's pretty
not
good.
this weekend
But
though. There's no
yeah,
way I can't.
yeah, but you see his hair though.
It. I mean, which
I
one? The
like the whole.
first or the second photo?
They're both the same. They're both the same, except one's like little grown out.
I don't know. I don't. Is it cause is this like is that supposed to be a mullet or is it just like grown out?
It's kind of just like grown out surfer, bro. Like I might just get
That's what I
seashells
was
print,
about to say. He sort of looks like a surfer dude.
and I like that. I like that style. I might just do that until like for my dad.
Actually, I don't know if they'll
Yeah,
suit you, my boy.
it's I have like this. I have like the hair type for it now. I just need to be like that.
Like I'm looking at your hair, like the one in your profile right now. It looks that's like a good like shape in my opinion. Like a good amount. Like not I don't like it. I mean me personally, I don't like it if you grow it anymore than what
No,
it is.
what he has is shorter than what I have.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, right now mine
That
is
is
longer.
not shorter.
Yeah, mine's just really straight, so it doesn't look like that.
Actually, his hair. Okay, the first photo. That's actually
First
shorter.
photo is shorter. Second photo is like maybe same length. But the thing is that he has it like somewhat groomed. Like if you look, like he has like some sort of undercut thing going on. Because if you look at his sideburns, they look
Yeah.
very short.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. I see that in the second photo at least. Oh my god. Okay. Well, I mean, I'll try to watch it. I mean, I don't know if it'll still be up in theaters like after APs,
It
cause
probably will. It just came out.
it just came out, right? Okay. Then I might plan it for the following weekend after APs or after calculus AP week. Is physics the same week as AP Calc?
Yeah.
Okay, good. It's not
It's
the
on a
week
Friday,
after
though.
that, right?
No, it's only 2 weeks of A/B testing.
Okay, good, good, good. Oh, so it's this week and next week, right?
Yeah.
Okay, bet. Awesome. Literally after that, dude, we're clocked out, bro. I'm so clocked out. I'm so clocked out.
It's not even funny, bro.
It's not even funny, bro. I'm just gonna go get my money. Okay, that was cringe. Anyways. Shut up. Shut up. Is that all you gotta say for this week? For your week?
Yeah, that's about it.
Okay. As for me, I was just chilling for Monday and Tuesday. I didn't really do much. Wednesday, don't even remember. I was just like clocked out on Wednesday. I didn't really care what was going on that day. Thursday, same thing, and Friday, I don't think I've done much this whole week actually. I didn't do too much. I was just going through school and just hoping that it'll end soon. Calculus is really boring now because all we're doing is just review. Dude, oh shoot, I gotta study. Fuck. Oh god, I'm cooked for the parametric equations tomorrow.
I don't even know what it is. I'll figure it out.
It's stupid, bro. It's stupid. Wait, don't you have AP Gov tomorrow?
Yeah, I was studying like this whole time. Doing
Oh
Quizlet.
shit. Damn.
Bro thinks I'm irresponsible.
Wait, so you do AP Gov, AP Physics, and AP Calc, right?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yep.
Okay, at least you get Gov out of the way. Gov is kind of easy though for you, isn't it? Unless
Gov is very easy.
unless Galvin made it significantly harder for you.
It should be easy. I'm not worried.
Okay, well that's a good thing. But yeah, no. I just know that Saturday was probably like the biggest day for this week for me because I was out on the field with Bright and Yakub because like Bright really wanted to throw again for baseball, not wiffle ball or
Yeah.
baseball. And I was like, okay, so I'll just grab my catcher's mitt. And yeah, so he was like throwing to me and stuff. And it was fun. Like Yakub was in it. Yakub was actually trying to hit off of Bright, and surprisingly, he actually got like 3 hits off of him. So I was like, yo, that's crazy, bro. Like Yakub is actually, and Yakub was finding it so much fun too. So he's like, I want to do it next week again. So maybe next weekend we might, maybe not because of, like we got AP testing. So who knows?
I'm down. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's just well, actually, I don't know, cause like Are you trying to lock in for calculus?
Not really.
I'm not. I'm not either. Oh, also, I gotta do these stupid review classes too, and I'm getting a call. Great. Hold on. Okay, my bad. Yeah. No. Yeah, it was just so funny to see like Yakub hitting off of Bright a lot, so that was pretty cool. I even pitched towards Yakub a bit and he hit off of me too, so Yakub's actually like really good for some reason. But yeah, no, that was pretty much my week, and then we got tonight. I didn't do much tonight, so yeah, no, that pretty much wraps up my week too.
Sure.
And yeah, that wraps up the whole podcast because we've been here for almost an hour and 30 now.
Damn, that was a good episode then.
Yeah, the main one was just the beef and the whatchamacallit, the leagues that you were explaining to me about. Dude,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
you-
lie, the league stuff, there's a lot to
it's
it.
a lot. But like, well, I feel like once you watch like for a solid few months, like you'll be fine.
Yeah, that makes sense. But like, it's like explaining like any other sport to like someone who doesn't know anything about that sport, which is literally me, not knowing anything about England and its leagues. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no, that was a pretty interesting episode. I actually learned something this episode. So yeah, no, you got anything else you want to wrap up with?
No, I'm done. I'm done.
Okay, good, because I'm done and I need to study. All right, well,
Do
I'll
you
see.
though?
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah. Oh, and prom is coming up, so I'm getting ready for that. I found my table, so I'm just
But
wait.
do
Oh
you found your person?
no.
And you have someone available to you, bro.
Are you talking about who I'm thinking you're talking about?
Just at this point, it doesn't really hurt, bro. Like at least you're going with someone, dude.
Maybe.
Even
I
if
don't
just as
know.
a friend.
I'm still thinking about it, which is most likely like I just feel like for me, like personally it'd be better for me to go alone at this point. So yeah.
No, just don't, bro. Just don't.
We'll
Don't.
see.
Come
We'll
on.
see. We'll see. We'll
We'll
see.
see. We'll see. We have less than a month, bro. See faster.
um we'll see. That's all I gotta say.
We'll see. See faster, dog. What do you?
I don't know how you want me to see any faster than what I'm seeing. Okay, whatever. I'm ending this. Bye. Say goodbye, Varun.
The See ya.